It's your boat, not somebody
Well,
else's
Jason, there might be some things we know as there.
boat. How often do you actually drive that thing to work?
I've done it a couple times,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. I wish I could do it every day, but that's one of the beautiful things to living in Seattle. So,
How many did you shoes on that wall that Sean did? That Sean designed?
Sean did them all.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean did them all, and yeah, he's done a couple others for us. And yeah, he's done with Sean Pagara, painting shoes. And he's got a talent.
Did you approach him to that, or did he surprise you?
No, I approached him. Yep. When I got my pair of Yeezys, I knew I had to do something special with them, besides wear them. And Sean, I mean, it's awesome. You know, we love showing those off. You know, put Seattle University of Washington on those. It's really awesome. He's done a bunch of cool stuff for us. Cornhole boards. I mean, we can go on. He can't get a job after this. I mean, what are we doing?
Have you indeed decided on your starting quarterback?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, Jacob Petersen will be our starting quarterback. You know, I still want to go back and say, you know, how impressed I was with all of our guys, and I really mean that sincerely. I mean, if you want to talk about competition raising the level of play in a room, it was all those guys. I mean, Jacob Sermon did a tremendous job. I mean, he's right there. And for Dylan Morris to be a freshman, I mean, he will go out there and operate, which most freshmen can't do with the reps that he got. And so it was awesome. And Jay Kaner and Jacob Eason, you know, obviously two really good quarterbacks, tight competition. And you take it as long as you can. You got to make a decision and roll with it. And Jay Kaner will play in our first game. He should. He deserves it, and he will. And I'm excited for that whole room.
What's the room like when you make an announcement like that? You know, specifically the quarterback room, knowing guys that washed out in the starting position.
Yeah, we really didn't make an announcement. All of a sudden, you know, you guys got your balls around here, so we're just trying to talk to our guys and, you know, get everything settled. And, you know, the glass house will do that, man. Nothing stays secret. Soft big ears around here. So, you know, it's hard on anyone, but I mean, we can be talking about the quarterback, which is a little bit different because there's one of those, and at the other positions there's usually multiple guys. But this is a tough time for a handful of guys who've been working their tail off for a long time, and now it's kind of the depth chart gets set, is what it is. And we all know the depth chart does not stay the same for multiple reasons, but it's not as fluid as it is in the spring and fall camp.
In your playing career, did you ever lose a competition for a starting job?
Absolutely. And I thought I should have been the starting guy all along. And I mean that sincerely. And that's part of my story and part of my, you know, empathy for some of these guys, and how bad that they want to do things and how much time, and they still might think they're the better guy, and you respect that. And you know, coaches got to make decisions.
Chris, in the end with Easton, what was it about him that stood out that kind of made him so to speak?
Yeah, you know, like I said, I mean, sometimes it's a gut feeling on things like that. I mean, I think a lot of times it comes down to that. I mean, it was a little bit of a gut feeling when we, you know, I can just go back to all the competitions that we've had that have been legitimate. It comes down to, you feel like you can win with, you know, a couple guys, but you got to choose one, and you got to roll.
How much has Easton grown off the field in just the year and a half that you've had him here on campus?
Yeah, he's done a great job with fit, man. He really has. That's always the thing that's important to me. Certainly at that position, he fits in, and all of our quarterbacks really do a good job with that. So that's first and foremost, you know, an important thing. The second thing is just that they can move the offense and run the offense. We got a lot of things going on there. We got, you know, like I said, we got some guys who can do that.
When you've got a competition that you feel is pretty close, how much does one guy's upside or what you perceive his ceiling to be, or how good he could get with game reps play into that decision?
Yeah, I think all those things matter. You know, it's not going to be any one thing, and I think a lot of this, like I said, it comes down to a gut feeling, and you know, you got to let a guy go play and let him grow in games and all those type of things. And you know, I go back to, that's why Jay Kaner's going to play some. Because he deserves it, and he needs to get game. He doesn't have much legitimate game time himself, and so, you know, like I said, I truly mean this. We're excited about this QB position. We'll see.
Is that something, playing Jake Hainer, that you would consider, you know, doing beyond the Eastern
you know, you know us, we take this thing one day, 1 week at a time, and we've, you know, set our plan to moving forward, and, you know, you're always adapting and adjusting depending on how, you know, how things go. We got our guy. We're not having anybody look over their shoulder, but we got a plan on how we're going to do this, and it's important to have a good plan, and you know, you overplan, you adapt and adjust as the seasons go. That's just how it is.
What's this last weekend kind of like for you before things get going next weekend?
I mean, it's no different. I mean, we're still, you know, scrambling at it hard. I mean, there's just still a lot of things that we got to get done. You know, the game planning process begins, but there's still other things that we're tightening up and cleaning up that may not even be in the game plan that we think would feel important before we can kind of move forward and kind of get into the flow of game.
Yeah. You talked after the Rose Bowl about the offense and about kind of looking at everything after that game. Maybe talk about kind of what you guys found and how much progress this offense has made since that game.
I can't answer that because it's, you know, we've looked good in practice for a long time. It's got to come in the games. And so, and this is a brand new team with a new quarterback, a new tailback, a new right tackle, new tight, you know, there's just a lot of newness. It doesn't seem like it. We got an offensive line experience, we got a lot of newness. So this is a different situation, and you know, we've been through a situation, you know, last season taught us lessons that hopefully we can carry forward if we encounter those same things. But it's a different team, and we're well aware of last year, and hopefully we can improve on it.
When you have your guy, how important is it for him to understand, to continue to be competitive without looking over his shoulder, and the guy behind him to play best for the team?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean, I think everybody knows that. You and I both know that. And we talk about that. We talk about that long before these days come, not only with our quarterbacks, but everybody. Guys have to play free and kind of loose and know there's going to be mistakes made. We would live with that as coaches. We got to clean those things up in practice. But our mission around here, you know, if there's one thing, it's a constant state of improvement. If guys are growing and improving, that's all we can ask. And you got to learn from your mistakes and part of that. So there is a balance there. We all understand that, and they understand it as well.
What was the reaction of Jacob Eason, Jay Kaner, and Jacob Sermon on this announcement?
Those guys were all really great. I would expect one guy to be really great. You know, it's hard. There's going to be hard news for other guys, but they were really good, very professional. Nobody likes that. You know, I mean, nobody would like that. But you know, they kind of know the plan. They set their job and go to work.
With Hainer also playing, is the plan to rotate him in throughout the game, or have you set that yet?
Yeah, we have a plan, but we would not tell you the plan. Yeah, not you, but the people we play. So.
Or there are other starting jobs that you announced as well?
We'll talk about all that stuff on whenever I get the pleasure of talking to you guys. Monday. We'll talk on Monday. You guys can ask all that stuff.
Good.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.